Okay, so our next thing that we're going to talk about is around our the exact systems, the operating manuals that we need. So the now that the staff are working remotely, our staff contracts might need to change so that we are including that who owns the equipment that they're working on, who's paying for what, different legal requirements there. But also around the purpose of the business. And Deb, I think this was a really interesting thing that we were talking about around the mission of your business and how we bring that into a remote staff as well.
Yes. One of the things one of the mistakes I made that I learnt from early on in the piece was when I recruited my first or a bookkeeper, I'd say, great, here's a client, go and do the work, without actually really orientating them, if you like, and you could call it the induction session or whatever, to what my mission is, what our vision is, to what our core values are, to give them a complete appreciation for the purpose that what we're doing. They're not just bookkeepers. Bookkeeping is the tool that they use to empower business owners around their finances. And I know that that was a profound understanding for me when Peter Cook got that message through to me in our early days of when he was coaching me. And because it was so profound for me, I wanted to share that with our team. So when, instead of just taking a new recruit and putting them into a client and say, get the work done, it's let's orientate you to not just the policies and procedures and standards and things like that, but also the purpose and what we are doing here and why we're doing things the way we do. And aligning them with the core values. Nick said earlier, if you're using a screenshot thing where you capture what your staff are doing, then it's a demonstration that you actually don't trust them. And if you've aligned them to your core values, open and honest communication and integrity and whatever else might be your core values, then trust comes into that. And so for you to then put one of those programs on, it's undermining your core values, and you're not in line with that. So I think this part of it is a mistake that people often make, and something that I made as well. But it's really important to orientate your team to your core values and the reason, their purpose.
Yeah, very, very important as we're creating our policies and our procedures and our operating manuals, have all of these foundations behind us to build this stronger business. Yeah.
There's probably topics that we covered today that we could run another whole series of webinars. Nick, I'd love to get you back to talk about culture.
More than happy to. Could talk for days and weeks on that.
Yeah.
Same as performance management. I mean, I could talk all day about those sorts of things as well.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back.
Yeah, no, definitely more than happy to.
Yeah, it's something that we could just gabble on about. Well, as Deb and I, systems and processes. It's building stronger businesses. So
I think that's the key point before we do wrap up. Is that the best businesses that I've seen in this industry globally are ones that don't just have the best people. They have the best process and they have the best technology. You just have the best technology, but you don't have the right process, then the technology is a waste of time. So I think you need to give critical importance to all three areas: people, process, and tech. And what you have built with the pure bookkeeping method of all the system is there and how to use the tech is there. All you really need to do is connect the people and personalize it to you and how you serve your clients. So I think that's the most critical part, is that you need to spread equal importance across all three areas. Too many people just focus on technology or just one area. All three are so critical for success these days. And at the end of the day, we're here to serve our clients. If you're a bookkeeping client, that's the small business community. And, how do you do that if you don't have those three areas under control? You're not able to grow.
Yeah, exactly.